Hello, and welcome back to the State Hornet broadcast. I'm Erick Amaya.
And I'm Nadia Sabbaghian. And on this episode, we're going to dive into the latest events and coverage during Black History Month.
Leadership, scholarship, service. Those are the pillars to the Cooper Woodson College Enhancement program here at Sacramento State. The CWC is a Pan-African student retention program that was established in 1990 by Dr. Otis Scott, Chris Glenn, and David Coven. I spoke with Program Director Dr. Andrea Moore, Rebecca Williams, and Mary Williams on the importance of the program.
It's really about cultivating a particular community where you learn the history, understand your particular social experience, have that social awareness, and then think about what are you going to do to continue the legacy. But by and large, Carter G. Woodson, along with Anna Julia Cooper, intentionally want us to critique, not just celebrate the contributions of the Pan-African communities, but to critique the way in which American institutions have either centered, marginalized, or left out altogether the Pan-African experience.
Program Director Dr. Andrea Moore said that the Cooper Woodson program is important because it is an educational equity program designed to attract and retain students to Sacramento State.
This program is a sense of community, and I love the fact that I'm able to see people that not only look at like me, but exemplify Black excellence to the finest.
I would definitely have to say representation plays a big factor in that. Seeing people like Dr. Moore in her position, and she has her doctorate, and that representation means a lot and shows me that I can do it, and I can also be in that type of position one day.
At the conclusion of their educational career at Sacramento State, CWC scholars receive a Pan-African certificate, but that certificate will soon become a minor, according to Program Director Dr. Moore. CWC scholars are required to be enrolled in at least 12 units, maintain a minimum 2.0 GPA, perform 15 hours of service every semester, and attend group lectures and meetings throughout the semester. The CWC office is located in room 460 of Amador Hall.
On this episode of Sac State Says, Erick and I went around campus asking students about their thoughts and feelings during Black History Month.
For me, Black history is like you're celebrating Black excellence, things that are forgotten about or not talked about in the history books. You're remembering that, and you're bringing it more awareness, and you're just celebrating all of Black history and all the great accomplishments that people before us did, and the boundaries they broke for us to be where we are now. I feel like it just brings you more to be proud of your skin, So for me, it's just like, I don't know. It's like a little pep in my step, it's Black History Month,
Black History Month for me means a time to celebrate my ancestors' efforts, as far as like my grandparents and all of their hard work and dedication, as far as to get me into college, and to just kind of celebrate Black excellence and whatever that means to other people. One of my favorites is actually Maya Angelou. She's like one of my favorite poets. My mom, of course, all the women in my family, my grandparents, musicians, a lot of like Anita Baker, Al Green, Teddy Pendergrass, a lot of oldies music. So my family's actually originally from New Orleans, so we actually celebrate Mardi Gras. And we do that at home, and actually this Sunday we're going to be putting together a Black History Month celebration. So I'm going to make some banana pudding, and my grandma's going to make some mac and cheese, and we're going to have a good old time.
Talking about the historical figures that you see, classically you talk about MLK, Malcolm, but Black History Month is also very recent, like BLM. Yeah, I think it's really important to think back on it because a lot of people think it's in the past, but the past is what creates today. So I feel like Black History Month is important because it's not just a month, but you can allocate that time to at least think about the things that have happened in the past that are important.
Celebrating all the things that we have gained from Black people in general, just there's a lot of stuff that like wouldn't be possible without Black people. I don't know. Race is never really like, it's not it's who I am, but it's not everything. It's not my whole identity, but it's definitely a part of me.
I sat down with the artist of the Babymama Effect gallery located in the University Union to speak to her about her journey of overcoming struggles, being an artist, a single mother, and learning to love again.
My name is Aliyah Sidqe. I'm a visual artist here in Sacramento, California. I currently have an exhibition here at Sac State University called the Babymama Effect that I'm super excited to share with you all. So I was born and raised in Sacramento, California. I lived in El Dorado Hills for a little bit, but I currently reside here in Sacramento. I've always felt like an artist. I always was the kid in class drawing other students. I always really loved portraiture. I always gravitated towards people and drawing people, painting people, and that love as a child really progressed as an adult. What inspired me to take it on as a career choice would be my mentor, Milton Bowens. And he actually had a show here about 5 years ago at the same time, which is really cool, full circle moment. But he really pushed me to understand that art was something that was tangible for me to do as a profession. And it didn't have to be just a dream. So the Babymama Effect, it really came out of the theory of the butterfly effect, and I really wanted to play on that. I wanted to flip the term baby mama as well, because typically it's not a positive thing. Motherhood is super important to me. So really dig into, through my artwork and paintings depicting motherhood, different forms of that, what that really looks like, and changing the narrative of motherhood to be something more positive, because I think, you know, a lot of people consider being a parent or being a mother hard work, and we don't speak about the joys of it. So I have a few murals around the city. One would be Opera Alley between O and P Street. That is actually a 3-story or a 3-building mural that depicts a woman that Mary Leontine Price, and she was one of the first opera singers that was actually a Black woman. So that's really cool. I have one at Grocery Outlet in Del Paso. I have a few that are in Oak Park, at Capitol Floats, and a couple more sprinkled throughout the city. So I'd like to have my work in museums. I'd like to write a book about motherhood and my journey, and kind of go into some of the topics that were spoken about in this exhibition itself. Continuing to do murals, I really enjoy that, as well as teaching, and just continuing to express myself through the artwork.
Aliyah Sidqe uses her own life experiences to highlight what Black lives in America is like in her work. She focuses on uplifting them, specifically in the Babymama Effect, as well as her murals and other arts. Thank you for watching this episode of the State Hornet broadcast. If you want more information on either the Cooper Woodson Center or the Babymama Effect Gallery, please check out the description below.
Also, be sure to go check out statehornet.com for the latest on Sac State, and be sure to follow our socials on screen for more stories and news from the State Hornet.
I've been Nadia Sabbaghian.
And I've been Erick Amaya. We'll see you next time.